giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, I don't wanna jinx it, baby.
Good morning everybody, thanks for joining me again. Well, I'm in Brixham and I'm here to take some panoramas. Firstly here at the end of the Breakwater and then one of the painted houses in the inner harbour. And I've come out here just before sunrise. What I'm hoping to do is get some light on the side of the light at the end of the Breakwater and do a panorama of that. Very simple shot. Now I've done panoramas before from here in Brixham, and sometimes I use a tripod, sometimes I just hand hold them. But I thought I'd run through what I'm going to do today with this A6600, and I'm going to use a tripod today. This first shot was a lucky find. There's a tall ship sat out here just beyond the Breakwater, and with the rising sun there's some nice colour in the sky, so let's just take a panorama of that first, shall we? So I'm going to show you how I've set the tripod and the camera up a little bit later when there's some more light. For now I'm just going to concentrate on the colour that's developing in the sky here. Looks like the sun is coming up behind a excuse me, a bank of cloud on the horizon, but it's still shining on the few clouds that are in the sky.
Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just tweak your body and mine. Baby, you get
Well, as the song says, let's not overcomplicate this shot. So this panorama really gives the ship room to breathe. I tried a square crop of this and it's almost like the ship is hemmed in by the frame. This is a 6-image panorama stitched together, and I've zoomed in a little bit to 70mm to make it bigger in the frame. This one taken a little closer at 95mm, 7 images this stitched together. Again, plenty of space to let the ship breathe in the frame. Really like this, and I really like the colours. This was before the sun had come up above the cloud. Well, that's quite a stubborn bank of cloud out there, I think, on the horizon. And I think it's going to be a while before the sun is up high enough to really give me what I imagined, and that's the light on the side of the Breakwater light. But there is enough light now to show you what I'm doing with the tripod and the camera, so let's have a go at that. So what I'm doing is loosening the ball head. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a spirit level on the head of the tripod. I'm just getting the air bubble in the middle there. Let's tighten that up, then loosen the very top and spin it around, and hopefully the bubble stays in the middle. So that's set up for the panorama. Also nice to see the odd seal coming past. Although he doesn't want to show himself. Oh, and here comes the sun. Okay, I might now get the shot I want of the Breakwater. There's some really nice rays coming out of the clouds, so gotta try and capture that. Well, the image didn't turn out as nice as I thought it would. Could have done with a little bit more definition in those light rays. It's a little soft and the sea below is a little harsh. But some nice colours, and it makes a good background to show off the other photographs.
Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just tweak your body, your mind. Baby, you give me ice and fire.
Well, although this was my intention to come to the end of the breakwater and photograph the light, these photographs really haven't turned out how I imagined them. By the time the sun was up and shining on the side of the light, it was high enough to light up everything else as well, and the colour image is lacking something. But you know me, I do like a good black and white image, so I've converted this, and then I've been able to use the colour that is there to make a much more contrasty shot. Terrible word. I should really improve my English, but never mind. You can see that I've lightened the light and darkened the background. Okay, I think that's enough from the breakwater. Let's put the camera away and go back and see what we can find in the inner harbour. So let's explain a little bit more about what I'm doing. So set the tripod up as I did on the breakwater, got it level, got the camera in portrait mode. Settings wise, f11 so I get some depth of field, ISO 100, and I'm just looking at the histogram for the shutter speed and adjusting that, currently at 1/100th of a second. Now this is a lovely scene, so I'm going to quickly grab a panorama now. So I'm going to focus on the buildings. I'm going to start from left to right, put my 2-second timer on, and after each shot I'm going to move it about a third to a half to the right, keeping the same settings. Until I've got the whole scene. Now this is hopefully when I put it, so hopefully when I get this back to the computer, the software will be able to stitch this together. Well, as I expected, the light has gone very quickly. The sun came up, shone on the houses, and now it's gone up a little bit more and is being obscured by some of the other cloud. But that cloud did give a little bit of interest to the sky for this shot. So, why take a panorama? Why didn't I take just a wide angle shot and then crop it to a letterbox? Well, this is a APS-C camera. It's got a crop sensor with 24 megapixels, which is plenty, absolutely plenty. If I crop the image down, obviously I'm going to lose some, maybe even down to 12 megapixels, which is still acceptable as long as I get the focus right and have a decent ISO so it's not too grainy. I'm going to get quite a good photograph. However, doing a panorama like this, especially with it in portrait mode, means I can take 5, 6, 7 24 megapixel shots and then stitch them together, which gives me a lot of detail. Now that's going to be a big file, but I can still crop some of that. Well, more by luck than judgment, I arrived just in time for the sun to be shining on the front of the buildings, and as you can see, there was still quite a bit of cloud in the sky. So I took this panorama really quickly. This is 7 images, this time at 16mm, hundredths of a second, f11 still, ISO 100 still. And then this, although it looks further away, is still at 16mm. I've just not cropped it in as much when processing the images. This is 8 photographs all stitched together. You can see the light's a little warmer now. Not sure if I like that, but leaving a little bit more space in the sky has made a more dramatic sky. Well, I think I'm going to call it a morning. Bit of a surprise seeing the tall ship out on the Breakwater, but as I say, always take your camera. Nice walk on the Breakwater. Nice to see the sunrise this morning. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all again soon. But for now, cheerio.
Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just tweet your body, your mind. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here.